Morning, guys. Rick Shaw here on March the 4th, and I just wanted to, there's one of the little comfort rooms. We're at the resort. I'll show you the name in a minute, but this is it so far. It's kind of like Matabunkai with the sand. It's more like a brown sand. Not too hot today, but we plenty of parking. There's not too many people here, but they got a little store. They got the Red Horse and sodas and a bunch of little stuff to get. It's very, very nice and neat. So far, the people we've been meeting are that run it. It's like a family-run business. It's very nice and friendly as can be. They're going to let us have some buko juice when they chop it up. They just harvested a bunch of coconuts yesterday, they said. And this is the name of the place. My wife found this online. Morning Breeze Beach Resort. Now what happened was it was okay for dogs. No test or no nothing. Nobody's wearing any masks here. Now we rented this little house here for till tomorrow. They just put us some, we got bedclothes on there already. That's where we're going to sleep. And we got a little eating area. He said this was a nice cool one. There's our nice little thing my wife got where she cooked up all the food. They were cooking late last night. There's that. But and this is it right here. Not really nobody here now. They're getting ready for the summer months, he said. But we're here and it's nice and quiet. And we're going to walk down. I imagine this would get really busy, this place. But there's a whole bunch of resorts. We passed so many of them coming in here. Just up about a half a mile up the shoreline is where we stayed last time. And it was pretty nice. But I like this one a little bit better. The fellow running it said you can go out really far and it only goes up to hip deep. So we don't got to worry about any drop-offs like at Matabunkai. But there's our beach. The kids will be able to play on. He said they can even get the boat out to go for boat rides if we want. But there's looking way down the beach. Dorothy wants to stick her feet in the water. Yeah, the sand is hot, guys. It is. But it's always nice just to hear the waves crashing. I'm probably gonna come out here tonight and just sit. I just love it. Pull up some sand and have a sit. But we dig this stuff. Before this convent stuff happened, we were doing this a couple times a month, going to a resort. And like for us to stay overnight for 2-3, we brought our own food. But there's places just out of here where you can buy whatever you need. There's stores and stuff. And there's one of the resorts. Kids have fun in the water. There's one of the resorts. They take the boats way out. I don't know if you can tell, but those are a couple boats. And then you can swim out there. It's pretty deep. We did that last time we went way out. I brought my other camera and it failed. You know, I would have blogged it, but I brought my Fuji camera and was in my pocket and went in the water and just fried the whole thing. So don't ever buy a Fuji XP anything. They're absolute garbage. Unless you don't want to take them in the water. You know, maybe it's rainproof, I don't know, but it went in the water and it was completely ruined and all the video I had was lost. But there's our little pup. We brought some plastic bags for pooper scoopers, so we're not going to leave anything behind that she leaves out. She's kind of sniffing around now, and I don't want anybody to have to come on here and step in a poo. So we're going to make sure we keep everything clean up with her. She did really good. There's a dog here, their resort dog, and they met each other and everything was fine. They were a little bit worried, but everything was good. But there's other resorts over there, all up down the beach. When you come here, there's no beaches that you can just go. You have to rent one of the resorts. And I was going to ask the guy what this thing was, what it's for. I really don't know. Maybe to keep stuff off your head. We'll walk through here just for the heck of it.
Oh, it's kind of big for you.
Yeah, that's okay. A longhouse. Must be a bunch of Iroquois around here. But there's another little, like a CR shower area right there, which is kind of nice. You know, for as many huts as you got, you know, you would need that when it gets busy. We were at a resort before the COVID, and they had a big water tank, as big as our water tank in our development, and they ran that thing out of water in one day. The kids just kept running it. But here we're back at the shack, and I'm thinking this is just so cool. We stopped and picked up some Andalk's chicken and stuff. Faye got some rice, and we're gonna have something rather good to eat before we get our swim shorts on and go in the ocean. All right, guys, Rickshaw out. Guys, Rickshaw back at you. And here's our little bedroom that we got. This is our little thing right here. We got a little space there, a little fan, and there's Mama. We brought a bunch of goodies to eat. We got oranges, apples, pears, mango. We got those little turnip things. We got all kinds of goodies to eat. We had some chicken. We were down at the ocean, swimming in the ocean a little bit, and there's the dude here was telling us on the real hot days you won't see the jellyfish, but when it's cool like it is, it's very cool today. When it's cool like today, he said you see a lot of them, and we had some of them that the tide had gone out a little bit and they were stuck on the ground. I thought it was plastic, you know, because some of them are real deep blue, and some of them are powder blue. Well, when we went in the water, I'm not kidding you, there were hundreds of them. There were lots of them, but it didn't. I went in the water; it didn't bother me. They didn't. They just sort of stay away from you. It wasn't like they were trying to get you or anything like that. I've never been attacked by a jellyfish, so. And there's no like tentacles on them or nothing. They're just like a blob. They have like a back thing that they propulse through the water with, but it was kind of cool. And we went down the beach to a couple resorts over, and there was a bunch of kids playing, old granny lady and a bunch of kids playing, so we went down there for a while. And it seemed like over that way there, for some reason, we didn't see any jellyfish. It just seems like right in front of here there's quite a few, so that was a little bit strange. But this is our little hut for the next day or so, and we're having a blast. I took Shakes out in the water, and don't even got to teach that dog. I threw her way out. I went out to about shoulder deep, holding her, and then I tossed her in the water, and she did her doggy paddle all the way back to shore. And then I went and we got her again, and tossed her in the water again. So she's got her sea legs now. I don't think we're going to have to worry about her in water. She's doing really well. So that was kind of fun. Kids, they're a little bit scary in the water right now because the jellyfish. You know, the jellyfish kind of freaked them out. But I'm going to go get my little goggles on there, and I'm going to go down under the water and see if I can find a couple peanut butter fish, and we can have a sandwich. Rickshaw out. Hey guys, Rickshaw back at you. We took a nice big walk down to the beach, and something you guys are going to run into as a foreigner here, and you might as well know it, because this is not the first time this happened, and it's just what you're going to get. And sometimes it really bugs me. You know, I just want to walk down the beach and be left alone. But we started walking down the beach. We walked about a mile down. There's all these resorts, and we got about a quarter mile away from here, and there was these young 10, 12, teenage boys playing in the sand, and they come up to us. Oh, what's your name? Okay, hi, I'm Rick. How you doing? And they followed us, and the only English they knew was "What's your name?" And they stayed with us. We walked a mile, at least a mile, and "What's your name?" And then we turned around and we started coming back. "What's your name? What's your name?" You know. So finally, we just cut up to some other resort and lost them. But one of the cool things that happened was we kind of hung there for a little bit, and then they went about their way. So we went back down to the water, and a lot of jellyfish. Well, there was this weird-looking sea worm. It had it was real gooey, and it had like this was its mouth area, almost like a squid, but tiny. This thing was maybe a little bit longer than my finger. Not quite as big around, maybe like the pinky finger. And we took it out of the water and put it on the sand, and it kind of got upside down. Well, it flipped itself. It was weird how it flipped itself around, and you could see right through it. You could see its guts and everything. And then I said, "Oh, we got to throw this back in the water. You know, it ain't going to make it on the sand." I threw it back in the water. Well, I threw it. When I threw it in the water, I didn't see there was a little baby jellyfish, a little powder blue tiny one. It was a real little one. When I threw it on there, this thing went for it, and it like attached itself to it, you know, and the little jelly wasn't liking it too much. I was watching it for a little bit. I wished I had the camera for that, but that was pretty, you know, there was a battle going on there. But kids are having a lot of fun here. They're liking the water. Dorothy's doing pretty good with swimming. Mumu is too, but Maddie, he's shy of the water a little bit. But they're down there with their mom now at the water. I'm just coming to take it easy. It's getting late. It probably looks brighter than it is, but it's getting late. And we're going to stay here tonight, and we'll get back at you in the morning. Rickshaw out.